Welcome back to another lockdown episode. Today we're going to talk about my jackets from the past and jackets that I'm currently wearing when I'm riding. Two of my jackets, the last adventure jacket I had, I wore that jacket to pieces. I actually eventually threw it away because it started to come apart. And two of my other jackets, Harley Davidson 4-in-1 jacket that I got given by Harley many years ago when I was still doing stuff for Harley South Africa, that I gave away to a friend of mine along with the gloves and everything. And also recently I gave away a Victory jacket that I was also given when I was still the Victory motorcycle ambassador for South Africa quite a few years ago, so I gave that away as well. I just don't have any use for those jackets anymore. Still have hanging around my old EXO jacket. It's a sports leather jacket. Now, like the gloves from yesterday, you also get leather and textile jackets. And this one, an EXO sports jacket, is on the waist. Typically sports, you get your touring jackets that goes below the waist. This one, you have the armoring in the back, in the shoulders, in the elbows, nice and tight sports fit, because you don't want everything flapping in the wind when you're riding on a sport bike. So this thing is quite streamlined. I don't wear it anymore because simply I don't fit in it anymore. So it's just hanging around. And yeah, I don't ride sport bikes that often anymore, so I don't really have use for it. But this was one of my jackets. And what do I look at when I buy a jacket? These things can be expensive, and the EXO is not your most expensive jacket. So I went for price and functionality, and it's fitted those categories quite perfectly. And that's why I went for the EXO. It's durable. It lasted me for as long as I needed to, and still have it hanging around. The other jacket I have, this one is from quite a few years ago, 2005, I think, July 2005. So this is an EXO jacket. I loved this jacket, and unfortunately in July 2005 I had a crash, and I came off the bike with this jacket, and a closer inspection you'll see where it got scratched and scuffed when I hit the tire, and out was torn on the front there. And back then I had the Xkulcha Biker X pants on, my full kit, and I stood up and I walked away from the crash. Well, 15 minutes afterwards. But that's same thing as the EXO sports jacket. Fits nicely, although it's got fabric on the front. It breathes better in hot weather, where the EXO one was a full leather jacket. No fabric anywhere on that one. Then I went on to adventure riding, and I had an Assault touring jacket, and I rode that jacket to pieces. I had it for quite a few years. Bought that from, I think, from back in Gear Up days here in Umhlanga, and yes, I had to simply toss that jacket because it just wasn't safe anymore. Then I went and I had to go and shop for a jacket that would suit my everyday riding, not just when I'm on trips, but everyday riding. So I was looking for something that was versatile and fitted my budget. And yes, I'm not sponsored from head to toe, so I have to pay for most of the stuff I have. But this jacket, I wanted to have something that I can wear in the winter, in the summer, on long trips, on short everyday trips. Something that really fitted one jacket for almost everything that I needed to. And then yes, I walked into a local dealership here in Durban, Perry Bikes. Had a word with Mark there, and I asked him, listen, but let's have a look at your jackets, because I don't like buying a jacket off the internet. I like fitting it. I like to see how it fits and how it looks on me as well. Yes, I'm one of those weirdos that when I get up, I want to look good. I want to feel good because the stuff fits me properly. And you will see that I've got something that's quite tight in it. It's not a normal t-shirt. When I'm riding on long trips, not everyday long trips, I will wear thermal vest like this one. And this one suits quite the riding in winter or in summertime when I'm out riding. So I'm not sweating in this. I don't get hot in this. I don't get cold when I have the proper jacket on. I wear my thermals every time I go out for a long trip, and then when I get there, take it off and put a t-shirt on. But it's a good idea whenever you dress for a long ride is to dress in layers. If you don't wear thermals, dress in layers, you know. Wear a vest and then wear a t-shirt on top, so you can always take a layer off when you're getting too hot or put on when you're getting colder. So yes, I went out and I did some researching on the internet, and I went out to Perry Bikes and I asked them, listen, do you have this jacket for me? And you might know the brand. It is the Spirit jacket. This one is the terrain Spirit jacket, and really it ticked all the boxes for me. It really ticked all the boxes. It has layers in there. For instance, I've zipped these out already for you to have a look. I have a winter layer. I have a wet layer. So if I'm going to hit, now I'm going to be hitting rain, but it might not be cold, I'll only put this layer in. If I know I'm going to get cold, I'll put the winter layer in and the wet layer in, so I'm really insulated on the inside of the jacket. So you can zip all these things out. It's really, that's what I loved about this jacket. The price, yes, the price fitted me perfectly. It wasn't too crazy expensive. It was affordable for me. And yes, you've got zip-offs on the side of the sleeves to increase your ventilation. You even have these panels. I've already zipped them off, but these panels come on the fit on the front, so it closes the jacket off completely to offer you more insulation. But if you feel that you're going to be riding and it might get hot, you can zip those off, leave them at home, and then you have half a mesh jacket. I mean, that to me is phenomenal. Really, the functionality, and it's got big pockets on the back, it's on the side, it even has straps on the waist just to adjust the fits around your waist, you know, so that you can show your figure if you have one. I don't. So, and it has, what I like about this, it's got white and black, you know, so it's really, it's visible. To me, it's visible out there. It's got the armoring in the shoulders, in the back, in the elbow, and also quite a bit of a zip off on this on the bottom of the sleeve here, where you can zip that one closed, and you can zip from the top down, so you have increased ventilation on your sleeve as well. I found that quite surprising on some of these on this jacket. Some of the features really impressed me. This back panel can also zip off completely and tear it off, like you have those two panels there, and it's mesh, so it's a good ventilation jacket if you're riding in summertime. Come winter, you put all the panels back, you put those extra layers in the jacket, and it really fits well. I mean, I'll just show you, not that I'm a model, please excuse me for that one, but in my book this jacket fits quite nicely for any type of riding, and it's comfortable. It's not nipping me under the arms. That's one thing when it comes to jackets, is that I like with gloves fitting properly, I need the jacket to not nip me under my arms, because if you're riding like this and it's very tight here, it'll close that vein under your arm, and again your arm will get pins and needles and you'll go numb on your arm. So make sure that when you put a jacket on, it doesn't just look good or feel good, that you can actually sit on your bike and there's no tight spots where it nips and it will cut off blood circulation. Otherwise, this jacket is really everything that I wanted to get in the jacket. Spirit's Terrain. You can have a look at that. I'll put the link to their website, to the jacket, on the bottom of this video in the description, and you can go to them and you can have a look at the jackets and pricing. I think it was about 3,000 give and take for this jacket. Not that I want to punt their products. I'm not sponsored by anyone at this stage except for Xkulcha and Honda, but that's a winner in my book. Those are my jackets. I don't wear the sport jackets anymore. It's only on adventure now, and yeah, that's what I wear when I'm out riding. The thermal and my jacket, and off I go. Folks, that's it in a nutshell. Any questions you might have, please post in the comments below. If you have a jacket that you like or that you're wearing, you know, you get quite a few brands out there like Alpine Star, you get Klim. There's quite a few jackets out there, expensive ones, but top quality, I'm sure. It's just for me, that's my price range, that's out of my price range. So thanks again for tuning in, thanks for watching, and watch out for tomorrow's video on my helmets. Thank you. Goodbye.